Good evening, ladies, as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here with some more Hearthstone Arena. I feel bad taking Mage, but I've got a daily quest for Mage, and Paladin is apparently considered the other really strong arena class other than Mage, so I'm picking something good either way. Okay, Unstable Portal's a fun card, but I'm going to take Defender of Argus because buffs and taunt are very strong. This guy, oh god, he can be so good, but obviously if you don't get any dragons, it's just sort of really, really bad. It's like a Lost Hall Strider for one more mana, and Lost Hall Strider is not that good to begin with. Do I go for it, or do I just take the safer pick here? Always Solid Sorcerer's Apprentice. You know, let's try it. Let's go for it. There are small dragons in the game, like Fairy Dragon. There's that 3/5 dragon. Mad Scientist. Alright, we'll try it. I mean, the Creeper is generally better, but having this early increases the value of secrets later. Here we got Trash, so now I'll take the Unstable Portal. And this is a funky card, but you kind of have to be ahead for it to be useful. So I'm just going to take the Big Game Hunter, which is more reliably useful. Dragon's Breath is removal. This gives me card advantage, though. Very reliable card advantage at that. And while this is a card I'd play as Mage, I don't want to take it here. These are both better. So it's like a bad Fireball most of the time. But it is extra removal. There's more removal effects than there are card drawing effects, but at the same time, right now I have no removal, except for this. But I don't have any dragons, so right now I have no removal, so we're going to take the Dragon's Breath. Okay, I don't have any secrets still, so this seems like a weak choice. Let's just take the Soot Spewer. Sacrifice one attack for the spell damage. Granted, I don't have any spells, so this is not turning out, or not starting out the greatest. Oh, yuck, disgusting, ugh, oh, ugh. Well, Spellbender, quite possibly the worst secret. No, it's not as bad as Ice Block for the arena. I mean, I can get it out with Mad Scientist, and then nobody would ever see it coming. But Sea Giant, I think, is just too good not to take. Second, Big Game Hunter. I think Big Game Hunter over Sea Giant is a reasonable choice, but not when you already have a Big Game Hunter, so we'll take the Giant there. Okay, only one good card there. Flame Cannon, need that removal. Alright, gotta do this. It's a decent card, and I need at least one dragon. Alrighty, we'll take this. Actually, the Wolf Rider might have been the right call there, because it would have given me some extra damage. I might have messed that up. Alright, do I take these? Which is not a great removal spell, but I currently don't have any removal. Or do I take this solid 4-drop? Let's take the 4-drop. Without good creatures, I'm not going to win. More card advantage opportunities, but no, we'll take the Elemental, because that thing's broken as hell. Duplicate, or a 1-mana minion. I currently have no secrets. The problem is, this is just going to be really unreliable. I don't want to have it just to have a secret. I'm going to take Leper Gnome. If I end up with no secrets for the Mad Scientist, then so be it. Alright, here, the Dark Iron Dwarf's probably the best card, but I'm going to take the Sorcerer because I really need to turn on the Corruptor. I only have one other dragon for him. Alright, we'll take this for some extra reach and removal. Let's grab the Abusive Sergeant for another 1-mana play, plus the buff could be useful. Spectral Knight wins games. The other cards are pretty junky. Oh god, I have to choose between Flower's Bolt and Flame Strike. Well, I gotta take the Flame Strike. I mean, you just can't pass on Flame Strike. Gotta choose between one of two really good mix or a really bad removal card. Do I take the beefier one or the more defensive one? Let's take the more defensive one, although I could regret that. Alright, here I'll take the Intellect. And another Flame Cannon? Yeah, I think so. Here I'll take Loot Hoarder for the extra card draw. And I don't want another Questing Adventurer, so Crazed Alchemist it is. I think actually that was on the weak side of Mage drafts. We did get, you know, some removal cards, but 0 Fireballs, 0 Polymorphs, and to get a Flame Strike, we had to have 0 Frostbolts. There's a Mad Scientist with no secrets. Gonna really regret that that wasn't the Haunted Creeper. And the card quality overall suffered a little bit. There were some pretty weak rare choices. So, yeah, not the greatest Mage draft ever. I would like to get to 5 wins with this deck, like I did with the Warrior deck, because that would complete my daily quest. So we'll see if I can do that or not. Yeah, the mana curve's bad too. There's way too many 2s. Some of those 2s are okay, like Unstable Portal and Loot Hoarder. which, you know, draws a card, and Crazed Alchemist, which can be used to good effect. Okay, so the Leper Gnome is a bit of a touch-and-go play versus Warrior. Obviously, Warriors don't have the hero ability to just kill it on command, but they do have Whirlwind, Cruel Taskmaster, Fiery War Axe. There's quite a few responses Warriors could have. And of course, the usual gamut of things, like Argent Squire, which is good against it. Questing Adventurer. Oh, this is one of those really bad rare packs. There's just nothing good to take when that came up. Ideally here he'd coin into a 2-3, then I could Crazed Alchemist it to a 3-2 and trade the Leper Gnome for it. That would be the best. Worst case would be Cruel Taskmaster or Fiery War Axe. Alright, so that obviously doesn't get crazily alchemisted, but I do just trade and play that, wasting the ability. The ability is, you know, always finds a use, like I like to say, but it's definitely not worth holding in hand. The board presence is much more valuable. So here if he plays a 2-3, I have to ping it and run my guy into it. If he plays Fiery War Axe, that really sucks. Although I don't know why he wouldn't have coined into the Fiery War Axe last turn, so Fiery War Axe seems unlikely unless he top-decked it. It seems unlikely because he would have had to top-deck it, I should say. Ah, he's got nothing at all. Well, I'm going to play the Questing Adventure. This does run headlong into Cleave, but I think pinging his face or playing this when I don't have any secrets would have been even worse. I just got to risk the Cleave. He has a higher than average chance of having Cleave due to the fact that he hasn't played anything and he had only armored up on turn 2. Oh, there's that left card. Oh, God. Oh, it's not a Cleave. Oh, my God, it isn't Cleave. Now, the problem is this Questing Adventure doesn't quite reach hard enough to kill this. So we have to rely on the Ogre's Coin Flipper Rooney to not kill my Questing Adventurer off. Even if he does kill it, I can ping it to death next turn. I got nothing else to do with my mana except Arcane Intellect, I guess. Sucks that I was never offered any secrets besides Spellbender and Duplicate. To take Spellbender, I would have had to pass on Sea Giant. I forget what I took instead of Duplicate. Alright, so here's the coin flip. Yep. Okay, perfect. That's great. That is dandy-rific. So how do we want to do this? I could... This thing doesn't kill the stupid Yeti. I mean, I could just play these two things that'll make this a 5-5 and just kill it, leaving it with 1 health, and then the Yeti can kill his Ogre, leaving that with 1 health, so that would be a pretty vulnerable board. I could play the Scientist, run the Yeti into this, and ping it. And this would be a 4-4, ready to trade with this Ogre Brute. Then it would be another coin flip. I could Dragon's Breath this. Nah, I got it. Okay, so we do this, this. 2 creatures die. This drops to 3 mana. So I play it, and I play the Mad Scientist. And so it's almost the same thing as what I was thinking of initially, except that this guy ends up being at full health. Now, the obvious problem is Arcanite Reaper, but after he plays Arcanite Reaper, that's his whole turn. He's going to take 5 damage, down to 13, down to 9, down to 7, and then he's getting close to dead. Joke's on him, though. I don't really have much finish, because I don't have any Fireballs or Pyroblasts. I'm relying on Reckless Rocketeer. I've already used my Dragon's Breath. So yeah, this is not a very strong finishing deck. My main removal, Flamethrower, doesn't hit the face. But, you know, still, if I could hang on and I can get a card up with Arcane Intellect, then I could finish him off. He doesn't have the Arcanite Reaper. Ogre Womwell is one of the worst weapons in the game. Is he really going to attack with it? I mean, there's a chance of it failing. And then, like, hitting my Questing Adventurer instead. He's gonna go for it. Let's see. And then it goes for the face, just like his ogre did. Okay. I could either go Soot Spewer and the Intellect, or Gnomish Inventor. Well, the Gnomish Inventor's body isn't really that much better than the Soot Spewer. So always draw cards first. Alright, there's the Reckless Rocketeer in case I need a finishing blow. Now can I win? 11, 13? No, I can't. So we're threatening lethal. He clearly doesn't have any way of getting rid of that adventurer unless he's been holding on to Big Game Hunter. So it's a game, like many I've had recently, where the opponent just isn't really doing very much. Maybe Hearthstone is doing a good job gathering new players. I tried Spellweaver, which is another free-to-play trading card game, and man, if you didn't watch my videos on that, it just made me realize, like, how spoiled we are by Hearthstone. Hearthstone's interface is just so easy to understand and, like, do things. Spellweaver, I, like, just get tired. I get physically exhausted trying to do anything in that game. So maybe it's a really good game. Someone pointed out to me that I was wrong in claiming that the free-to-play model was bad, that it's actually fine, but it's just, like, so difficult to figure out, like, how to do things that I got kind of annoyed with the game. But anyway, I might do some more videos on that. The point is, I was just trying to say that Hearthstone is very accessible, which is why it doesn't surprise me that there might be a really big influx of new players. You can just get into this game and start going. It's all very friendly. We kind of tend to joke, like when Blizzard says, oh, we can't have more than 9 deck slots because, you know, then the game will be off-putting to new players. And I was like, shut up, you idiots. That's just so stupid. But now, after, like, starting a game, or trying a new game, Spellweaver, and, like, just being put off by nothing more than the fact that the interface is lousily designed, you know, I kind of gotta say, like, you know, maybe that particular issue of the class decks, there not being more than 9 decks, maybe that's Blizzard overreacting, but I definitely have a lot more respect now for, you know, their general attention to that issue, because it is a serious one sometimes. Okay, so here I think the move is just to coin out the Loot Hoarder. I think Unstable Portal would be tempting for the chance of a 3-drop on turn 1, but I can get something junky, or I can get an expensive card. I'd rather get the guaranteed board presence here. This is actually a gigantic mistake. Yeah, because, I mean, if it made the Recruit, I could ping it, I guess, whereas this thing I can't ping. But the Recruit, you know, would take out the Loot Hoarder just as well as this guy does. Except this, you know, makes me just do the trade. Okay, so let's check out this Unstable Portal. I can do anything up to 3 mana. And Flamewalker, okay, wow, that was a pretty good Unstable Portal. It's Blackrock Mountain, new mage-specific card. And it's a really good one, I think. Alright, now this, of course, is a pretty good counter. I sadly don't have any spells to play. Do I play the Tron just to try to protect this guy? Yeah, I think I do, actually, here. Seems reasonable. It's a shame I had no spell to play with that. Okay, so he's playing some big bodies and getting a little bit ahead of the curve. Can't play the Sea Giant, tragically, so let's go for the Elemental. No reason to run headlong into that Sen'jin, is there? Actually, there is, because I really, in the event that this Ogre doesn't miss the 50-50 coin flip, I really want to get this guy to do something useful with his life. It sucks that everything's about to die, because I could have almost played Sea Giant next turn. Still could, it's just not as likely. So props to him, he went down a card early versus the Loot Hoarder, and then played a really good 3 and 4 drop. He's now totally in this game. Alright, I get lucky again. So my guy lives. Mech Warper, maybe he'll play some mechs or something? Mr. Tinkers, darn. So he's got a pretty solid board here, but I get to play Sea Giant. Okay, let's be very careful about this. If I play something that costs 3 mana, this will drop to 3, so I won't be able to play it. However, if I play Flame Cannon, which would rob me of the ability to play Sea Giant, I would get 2 extra damage split across, but what are the odds that would actually do anything useful for me? Not very much. Let's just play the Sea Giant. Trade that there. Let's kill this here. Alright, he needs a Peacekeeper or a big game hunter, or else he's gonna fall behind with this Sea Giant of mine. I never was offered silences, so I'd have no way to undo the damage if he Peacekept or humiliated the Sea Giant. Aha, so the Ogre runs into the Giant, which is fine by him. He just 2-for-1s into it. Plays his own Giant. Okay, here I would love to play Soot Spewer, Flame Cannon, Ping, but that's unfortunately 7 mana. I only have 6. This guy's huge. Kills all my stuff. So what I think I'm going to do is the following. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And I'm going to sacrifice my Water Elemental to freeze this guy. So now the Pressure's Enemy's got to kill this questing adventurer, so he needs a Hammer or a True Silver Champion to get rid of this. He could still do one of those things, but he does not. Aha! Alright, unfortunately, again, Flame Strike doesn't quite kill this thing, and then I can't ping afterwards. Flame Strike, and then I could run my Soot Spewer into it and then keep this guy. That would be one option. I could also Flame Cannon and Defender of Argus to make this guy be a 6/6. Which would trade with that, which isn't that exciting. Okay, so let's do it like this. We're going to hit that here. And then I'm going to take a chance and Flame Cannon, because if it hits that Frostwolf Warlord, that'd be pretty good. Okay. So I get to ping this now. And I'm going to hit him in his face. It's a risky move. Don't let Paladins keep creatures, obviously, but the extra damage could be significant, and I'm ahead on cards. So if he just ends up doing a bunch of stupid crap, I'm not going to... I see. So he Peacekept it, killed it, and what else? Played a Crusader. Nuts! I don't have enough mana to ping this thing. So it's not going to die to the Flame Strike. Balls. Okay, then I'm not going to Flame Strike. We'll just play the Gnomish Inventor. We'll ping a Roo over there. Kill his 6/3. And play that Chugger. So I'm just winning on cards. He's just out of cards. And this guy's going to be solid. Flame Strike should be able to clear things out. And this can kill anything big. Alright, True Silver. Go get some up a card, but I'm okay with that because I'm up so many cards that I don't mind him going up one. So now the Defender of Argus will kill off my Snow Chugger. Flame Strike clears the board. And I should be fine. Ka-chonk. So yeah, he's in top deck mode versus my 4 cards. That's why he's in a lot of trouble here. He really needs to top deck nothing but gigantic minions. Or else he's going to be screwed. If I play this... Yeah, this is the move. So I'm going to do this. Ping that. Reduces the cost of Dragon's Breath. I Dragon's Breath that. True Silver can't kill my Sorcerer, and he doesn't have any recruits out for the last point of damage. I'm drinking up the last gulps of a strawberry smoothie. Tasty. Delicious. Okay, well that's good. So let's play the Knight. Let's give it Taunt. Kill that. Play the Gnome. And he's in a lot of trouble here. He needs something really incredible, like Deathwing levels of incredible. Or he'll lose. If he does play Deathwing, I'm going to lose because I don't really have any polymorphs. I'd have to top... Actually, I'd have to top deck Big Game Hunter. Zombie Chow is what I got from the Hungry Dragon, which is pretty solid. Okay. Can I win? So I've got a lot of damage here. Let's see. We got 5, 10, 15. 15 plus 4 is 19. I could ping this to go to 21. Can't quite win. But what I can do is just take him down to 15. And get that. And just bash him a lot, so we're threatening lethal with this guy alone. So this mage deck is not the greatest, but my opponents have fallen to it so far. The warrior didn't do anything. The paladin actually did put up a fight, but he fell behind on cards, much to his undoing. And then I just won with simple card advantage. If we had had equal hand size, it could have gone either way in that top deck war. I just had too much gas for his card to handle. That metaphor makes no sense. Okay, well, on to the next game. A Warlock. Dobie the Warlock. So it's interesting. Usually as a mage, you're pretty happy to see Warlock, because of course, Warlock's life tap, and then you burn him out as a mage. But I don't have that much burn in this deck, so his card advantage could actually be a problem. Okay, not a bad opening hand. We at least have things to play up through turn 3. Alright, let's see if he could oblige me by playing a 3-2. If he plays a 2-3, I can Alchemist it. This is fine, actually, because I can Alchemist it and still do the thing. Yeah, that makes sense. And her ability should be wasted because first she heals and then the leper gnome dies. So he's going to take that 2 damage. Okay, Crazed Alchemist, pretty useful there. Next turn, don't be lured by playing Arcane Intellect. The move you have to make is Snow Chugger. I could run this guy in and then coin ping, but I'd rather not do that if I don't have to. Ah, that's awkward. So he gets the kill and a 4-4, which sucks. He actually plays it quite cautiously. Ah, this is bad, because the Soot Spewer just dies to this. I don't have my Flame Cannon. Alright, here's where I'm going to draw cards. I'm hoping to find a dragon for this guy, or Flame Cannon. I don't, unfortunately, but I did get my dragon, which has a small chance of surviving versus the dwarf. Really, there's no way I'm going to play this. That makes no sense. Oh, jeez. Oh, crap. So this guy only deals 3 damage, does not kill either of his things. Balls. I think we have to go for the Sunwalker here. It's my only hope. Oh, jeez. This is bad. He life taps, this becomes a 6-6. I just threw away my ability to do a coin flame strike, so maybe this would have been good just to burn this down so it would stay within flame strike range. Maybe that would have been smarter. Hellfire, okay, interesting. Very interesting. I don't actually think that was the right play, because I can now just ping his dwarf. Oh, he's going for the burnout victory. I see. Okay, well, I can't play this and a ping. I don't want to play this because I lose the burn off of that. So we'll play the Spellweaver, ping that dwarf. Okay, let's see if he's got the goods. He can life tap freely, but he is now behind on cards because of the way that he used that Hellfire. Let me ping his dwarf. The Hellfire just made these guys trade 1 for 1. Alright, this is good for him. It lets him trade, but if he's doing that, then he's essentially giving up on his burn strategy. Ah, he top decked Dark Bomb, and okay, he's continuing to go for the face. So how much can I push this before I really need to take his threat seriously? Alright, it's a little dangerous. I'm letting him take me down to basically 10, and then if he has the burn, he's gonna beat me. But I'm hoping that I can, like, just get some big creatures down and win. Oh, geez. Oh, geez. Okay. That's not good. So, here, I could play my own Sea Giant, but that's risky. I really need to, defend her down here. And I need to kill that thing. I would have liked to ping it, but I needed 2 taunts just in case he had a silence for 1. I didn't want to take any chances. So this is a scary moment, but if he runs this Sea Giant into either of my creatures, Flame Strike will finish it off. Ugh, and he gets a 9/9. Ugh. Wow, that sucks. If I play this, this will drop to 5, so I could play this and then a Sea Giant. And then lose if he has a way of dealing with this, which anything would pretty much deal with it. Shoot. This, wait, can I win? 6, 8, 12, no I can't win. Okay, 13, no I can't kill him. Do I run that in? It would drop to 7. Down to 3, it doesn't really work. Yeah, well, okay. So if I run my Defender here, and then Flame Strike, 3 creatures will have died, so this will cost 2, so I could actually use this to finish that off. And then hit him for 6. That's a little bit aggressive. I could just throw that guy away, and then Flame Strike and play Loot Hoarder instead. So would I rather have a 2/3 and a 2/1, or a 6/2? Well, I'm gonna trust my instincts here. That Draconic Crusher was just awful for me, because it negated my ability to use Flame Strike effectively. So now I'm out of taunt. I don't have that much board presence. I have just a smidge of removal. He can life tap still pretty freely, but he's used up a lot of big things, so I'm hoping maybe he's just out of big stuff. Alright, cycles a card, I cycle a card, it's all good. No more big stuff. How about it, bub? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. God damn. Alright. Well, I need to kill this. So we ping that. With spell damage, this still does not kill the Dread Infernal. So let's do this. If I do the Questing Adventurer and I play this, I only have 2 mana left. I can't play any more cards, so it's really pointless. I really should just play my biggest minion. Oh, Fireball would have been better. I could have just killed that thing without having to use anything else. So I could just get burned out here. I'm not able to hang on to the board. He keeps having big minions. And I've already used my Solitary Flame Strike. He keeps life tapping after playing stuff, but it might not matter. Oh god. Alright, so I'm just going to get burned out slowly here. He's going to have 7 damage at minimum if I don't get anything else. Oh my god, a Noyatron. Oh man, that's helpful. Okay, so we get the Tron. This gives me hope. If I play this, that'll drop to 2. If I play this, it'll drop to 2. Okay, so I need to play this. This. Alright, it's all up to a Noyatron. He's got 7 damage, so I'm toast if he can silence this and has any extra damage. But if he can't get past this, I've got some pretty giant stuff all of a sudden. And I could win. I could just beat him to death next turn. Okay. Does he have 5 more damage? Reckless Rocketeer? You've got to be kidding me. Ugh. God damn it. That was an annoying game. He just kept having big stuff, and then he had the burn when he needed it. To finish me off. Ah, that sucks. Well, that, in a way, is encouraging, as I often like to say, because, you know, that was ridiculous. So if it took something that ridiculous to beat this deck, then this deck is a pretty good one. I'm very hopeful now that I'll make it to 7 wins. If I don't make it to 7 with this deck, I'll be pretty pissed. It is apparently better than I gave it credit for. Alright, One Bad Llama, the Priest, the toughest matchup for Mage. Exacerbated by a bad opening hand, because I have no secrets, so this is just a vanilla 2-2. Could I choose between Unstable Portal or the Scientist? A creature I know is bad, or something I might not be able to play at all? Light Warden. Alright, well, let's play the Scientist. I mean, in context, it's very good. It just kills the Light Warden. There's nothing for him to heal at the moment, so this thing can't buff its attack. If you hear any whining sounds, my girlfriend's son is currently sad about something. But I hope everything is going to be okay. Okay, it looks like I'm going to get to kill off the Light Warden. Now I have a tough choice to make. If I don't ping this Novice Engineer, then he just gets to kill off my Scientist. I could play the Soot Spear and let that happen. I could ping this and play nothing. Or I could play the Crazed Alchemist and hedge my bets, turning this into a 1-2 to kill off his Novice Engineer. This guy is just a 3-3. I have no spells to play at the moment. But I'm going to do it to most efficiently use up my mana. So the Novice Engineer gets to kill the Scientist. He gets his card back, essentially. And then I have a 3-3 to deal with his 3-drop. He's very relieved to see that I have no secrets. He has a 4-drop, which I was really not hoping for. Senjin, please. Senjin. Senjin. No. Crud. Well, that sucks. So I was hoping I could Crazed Alchemist and trade. As it is, let's see what the Unstable Portal has to say for us. The answer is nothing good. Jeez. That was a weak Unstable Portal. Alright, so we don't have any dragons. There's 2 in the deck that could make this active. Otherwise, turn 5 is pretty crappy. I just got the Alchemist and the Tron. Unless he somehow plays 4 minions here, the Sea Giant's not going to be not going to be playable. Okay. Well, at least we got a use for Crazed Alchemist. So he's limited to just a 1-card cycle, and then maybe with luck I can play Sea Giant. Now, Priest obviously have Shadow Word Death, but if he doesn't happen to have that, then Sea Giant could be very good here. Twilight Drake is rather large, but I do get to play my Sea Giant. And hiya. Okay, let's see if he's got that Shadow Word Death. If he does, I'm going to get pretty badly behind here. Oh my lord, I don't have any silences or polymorphs. This is actually a problem. Oh my god, that's so obnoxious. I can't believe I have no way of dealing with a 12-12. Ugh, so stupid. Oh my god, I do have a way of dealing with it. Oh man, that is really significant. Since he doesn't have Shadow Word Death, I'm just going to trade away this Crazed Alchemist. And get 8 damage on his face. Oh man, okay, so I just took out a Twilight Drake, a Divine Spirit, and an Inner Fire with Big Game Hunter. It wasn't a tough arena pick. I'm pretty sure that was the only playable card there, but there was something else, right? I forget what there was that could have been reasonably taken. So that's why I gotta take Big Game Hunter, everybody. Okay, cool. Got a bit of a lucky win that I saw a Big Game Hunter, because obviously it's an epic card and you're not guaranteed to have any epics in a draft, and lucky that I top decked it in time to kill that Drake. If it weren't for that, I would have had to play the Annoyatron, which would have held off that Drake for 2 turns, and I would have had to hope he had no Shadow Word Pain, or Cabal Shadow Priests. Or Silences. Red Waffle the Shaman. Alright, we got our quote-unquote combo. It's not really a quote-unquote combo. It's a combo. Mana Worm Portal. I am up against a Shaman, though, so he could easily kill it with Rock Biter or Lightning Bolt. But if he's missing those cards, then I do get to play Unstable Portal on turn 2, so it's like I got a free 2/3 for 1 mana. Or, not a free one, but like a 2/3 for 1 mana with no drawbacks. If he is going to kill this, I would rather that it be with a Lightning Bolt, so he's overloaded and can't play Totems or 2-drops next turn. Alright, looks like he's got a 3/2. That would be the most logical thing to play, if you're going to coin it out. Yep, there's the ooze. So I could Flame Cannon this thing, which, you know, loses some of the potential of the Flame Cannon. But it keeps my Mana Worm out here. Or I could just go for the Portal, which would be great if I got a 3-drop or a 2-drop, but sucky otherwise. Let's go for the tempo move. So he's used his coin. Now this is ready to kill totems, and we can play the Portal next turn. Well, that's unfortunate. So that's it for my Mana Worm. Do I go for this? I can play anything up to 4 mana. Let's try it. Oh, 5 mana. Close. Still, it's going to be a pretty good turn. I can play the Crazed Alchemist and a Spectral Knight next turn. And a Spectral Knight on turn 4 is pretty good, even accounting for the fact that I spent 2 mana to get it on turn 3. Especially because it can't be hexed. Shamans just... Well, everyone has a difficult time dealing with it. But Shamans don't have any particular ways out. Totem, please don't be the 1/1. Thank you kindly. So my Crazed Alchemist has something to do. And I get a Spectral Knight. Alright, so I got a dragon. I got 2 dragons, actually, in case I ever top deck that thing that needs the dragon in hand. So far, it has not been impressive at all. Oh, man. God damn it. That is like the one thing that could have... And then he beat his 50-50 odds to give it enough damage to kill my Spectral Knight. Ugh. Gross. Well... I have to 2-for-1 against a frickin' 4-drop, but the fact remains I got a Spectral Knight with a 6/6 on the way. I could even get cheeky and play Spectral Knight using my mana less efficiently and getting a less hard-hitting creature in order to have something else that he hopefully won't be able to deal with. As long as he doesn't have any more of those stupid destroyers, I should be fine. He actually takes the damage to hit this. Wow, that is... well, it might or might not be a mistake. It's really difficult to say. I am going to do this. He is going to desperate measures to just kill one of these. I might as well play another one then. Is he actually going to... I mean, I guess he is going to just hit it to death with his weapon. Otherwise, it made no... What he did last turn makes no sense. Oh, no, it does. He's going to play Fire Elemental. I should have seen that coming. Okay, so he plays Fire Elemental to finish this off, but then I Flame Cannon and ping it. Yes, I should have figured that out a turn earlier instead of just saying that he was making a dumb mistake. I should have realized that's what was happening. Okay, well, let's Flame Cannon ping and just win with Spectral Knights. This guy's going to be a 9/9, but I'm sure he has a Hex. I could fish out a Hex with Sunwalker and then play this the following turn. If he has 2 Hexes, that sucks, but what are you going to do? Oh, jeez! Wow, this guy has the goods. This guy has the motherfucking goods. Oh, man. Okay, I could actually play this just to trade with his Earth Elemental, I suppose. But no, let's try this. Let's give this a shot. See what happens. Wow, that was really good for him. Now he's overloaded, of course. But if I can top deck Flame Strike, which granted I only have 1 of, or Big Game Hunter, so 2 outs, that should finish this off after it kills my Sunwalker. And then I could end up being okay. How good is this 5-mana play going to be here? Alright, so that clears the way for the Earth Elemental to kill the Sunwalker without him having to hit it with his face. Please don't be taunt. It's taunt. Shit, that stops the Reckless Rocketeer in its tracks. Damn. Okay, let's do it like this. Would have loved to use that Reckless Rocketeer for burn, but if we clear the board and he doesn't have any more huge minions, I can either play... I can just play both of these guys, ping something, and I should be fine. Alright, that's crappy, which is good to see. And that's also... That's okay. He takes 4 damage. That's pretty risky on his part. Wish I had another Reckless Rocketeer. As long as it's not a taunt totem, we should be good. Thank you kindly. Okay. So which 2 of these do I play? Unfortunately, they both died as Scarlet Crusader. I could just avoid pinging this and instead just play this thing. See if he's got that hex. I'm sure he's got the hex. So, you know what, let's play this. This technically survives 1 hit of the Crusader. Let's actually ping that off. Keep putting on that pressure. I've already used Dragon's Breath. I still have Flame Strike. I've already used the Reckless Rocketeer. Don't have any Fireballs or Frostbolts. Yeah, I actually don't have any, You gotta be kidding me. I don't have any, more burn. Wowza dowza. Alright. How do we do this? This is not super helpful. I could play this, I guess, just to trade with Alexstrasza. Sure. So let's kill that. And I could get really cheeky. I could give Taunt just to the Elemental so that this guy can get through for damage, but it's not going to kill him anymore. So I might as well just do both and give him the choice. Either he can kill this and let Alexstrasza get frozen, or he can run in there and leave it with 2 health. He has a taunt, and he's actually ahead on cards. He could win this game. He could easily win this game if I don't get Flame Strike or Big Game Hunter. And it's basically a little too late for Big Game Hunter anyhow. I need Flame Strike. I just need it. It'll clear out his board, and then I can win. So Flame Strike? Not a chance. Alright, let's kill that. Let's kill that. If I Panda this guy, I could reheal him to 6/6. So I think I'd rather Panda the Defender. Love that this Alexstrasza is frozen. So he needs to deal 8 damage to this or have a Hex. If he had a Hex, he would have used it last turn. So maybe he hasn't had Hexes all this time. Let's see, though, if this guy can actually survive long enough to get the kill. Please don't be a taunt, although I don't care if it is that much. Okay, I do kind of care, but I've got stuff hanging out to kill it. Okay, this is a bunch of crap. It doesn't matter. Does he have the Hex? Okay, that was bold. I guess, it doesn't really matter. He didn't have it. He didn't have... And there's the Flame Strike. Can I cast it? Oh, too bad. So I had the Flame Strike anyway. I was going to be fine. Alright, well, let's make this one a little bit longer than usual. Let's play one more game. We're at 43 minutes now. We're going to go a little above 45 because this way we get to find out if I make it to my daily quest or not. Which I'm sure everyone really cares about. Okay, still spinning, and there it is. Priest, Alex the Priest. Alex the cleverly named Priest. Here we go. Not the most inspiring opening hand. Mad Scientist makes it a bit better just by giving me something playable. Crazed Alchemist and Mad Scientist. Do I have any other 2-drops? Is that just all I have? I do have Loot Hoarder. I have Abusive Sergeant and Mana Worm. And Leper Gnome. I have so many 2-drops. Alright, I'm going to get a little cheeky here. We're going to play the Tron. Now, you might say, Boris, why play the Tron? This dies to Shadow Word Pain, and then it sucks. You'd much rather lose either of these guys to Shadow Word Pain. But the thing is, if he plays a 3/2, I can swap this into a 2/1 and kill his 3/2. So I figure I might as well give myself a little chance. If he plays a 2/3... Okay, that was all. That was all very entertaining. All right, no point in giving away the Crazed Alchemist trick. Of course, he's going to now play something for 3 mana, so maybe a spider tank or an ogre, fresh for this flame cannon. A panther. Well, actually, it's still fine. I can use a flame cannon to kill that. I can also get really cheeky and play the Crazed Alchemist on this to kind of have the Annoyatron like a pike getting ready to take down that panther, but I think I might as well keep this in reserve if I can. That trick. I don't want to give it away if I don't have to. Alright, what's he got for me? I don't know what he's doing there. He's just a chatty guy. Chatty Alex, they always called him in school. He doesn't have a 4-drop. Wow, so after having nothing on turn 2 and just a Panther on turn 3, he has literally nothing on turn 4. Well, here I think the move is obvious. We're going to go ahead and buff the things that have 2 health so that the Holy Nova that he might be hoping to play doesn't actually do anything. He could now have a Mind Control tech, but yes, there's no buts about it. If he has Mind Control tech, that's annoying. He just has this. Oh, wow, that's really not that impressive. Alright, well, let's see what we can do here. I could Crazed Alchemist and run the Defender and the swapped Tron into that. Yeah, sure, why not? And actually, I'm going to keep the Tron as a 2-3, I think. Because then it doesn't die to Holy Nova. Let's play Soot Spear, which also does not die to Holy Nova. He didn't have a Mind Control attack last turn, so he's just going to get beaten down by my army of little dwarves if he's not careful. So the Sky Golem here I can just ignore. It's pretty irrelevant. At this point, I can just... I can just start hitting him in the face. Well, let's see. We got 3, 5. If I Flame Cannon... Yeah, if I Flame Cannon, this gets up to 3. So I got 3, 6, 8, 10, 13. Play Leopard Gnome and ping it. 15. I think I'd rather just do this. So I do a bit less damage because of that worm, but I don't care like whether it's a 6/4 or a random 4-drop. It just doesn't matter to me. I might as well just hang on to this in reserve and try to get extra damage through with my Yeti and my Leopard Gnome. So does he have a Light Bomb here? That's the only thing I could think of that would get him back into business. The problem is he would take damage from the Gnome. The worm would live. Alright, he's going to draw a card. Light Bomb would kill almost everything. And that is the game. So cute little trick there with the Velen's Chosen to make Shadow Word Death playable. But we got a nice easy one. Didn't even go too much overtime to get to 5-1. Alright, well my Warrior deck was at 5-1, but I never really had that much confidence in that one anyway. So this time I'm feeling really good about my chances to make it to 7, or at the very least I'll be pissed if I don't. Thanks for watching, please like and or subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Take care everyone.